Hey babes, at my office right here. Welcome back to my channel. So this week we are going to do our normal weekly market forecast for the week of the 12th to the 16th of February. So first of all, if you're new to this channel, please do well to smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so that you could be notified when we drop more forex educational content like this. So without further ado, let's dive into the business of the day. So first, we are going to look at what the macroeconomic news has for us, okay, which are the fundamentals hold for next week. So for next week, we have a lot of fundamentals on and on the GDP pair, the GDP, the USD, CPI, okay, consumers price index. We'll be having CPI on Tuesday, so we have to be very careful when taking trades. So we have a lot of high impact news on Wednesday, CPI for GDP. On Wednesday, Thursday we have, okay, Thursday, unemployment change for AUD, USD. We have core retail sales. Okay, so we'll have core PPI monthly. Okay, we'll be having the core PPI monthly too for next week, which is the 16th, which is Friday. So apparently next week is going to be very super volatile for next week. So we should be very conservative in our trades when we are taking them, and so that we can always have more funds to trade the next market. Okay, so we are going to start our analysis. Let's start with gold. Okay, let's start with gold. So for last week, okay, gold has been giving us some some kind of patterns. Gold has been finding it difficult to go to the upside like we have been predicting. Okay, if we're looking at the higher time frame, okay, gold has been ranging more like, okay. So for last week, actually, we had predicted gold to go to the upside. Okay, like from here, you can see. Let me zoom out so that you guys can see perfectly. Okay, so we predicted gold to go up like from here or even this zone, but gold did not respect that. So that's why you need a certain confirmations before you start making entries. Okay, so as it is, we did not have any entries as a last week for gold because gold did not meet our entry confirmations. Like you see, we wanted these highs to be cleared, which is a gray zone, which we did mark out to be cleared, and even the second level that we were looking out for price to bounce off there and continue to the upside. That did not happen. So price is more like, let me squeeze my screen again. Price is more like in a range. So if we extend this, okay, you see price is being boxed up now. Price is more like in a range. So anything could happen at this stage, okay? So we are more like looking at if price could do this, price could break out of these highs, okay, and continue to the upside, or price could clear these lows and continue to the downside, okay? So let me use this order. Price could break out. Let's use this. The price could break out like so, retest here and continue to the downside. Okay, so as it stands, we won't be making any entry until price clears either of these zones. Okay, either of these zones, either to the upside or to the downside. Okay, so it's more safer to trade gold from off those areas. Okay, it's more safer to trade gold off those areas because as it stands, gold is actually ranging. Even we had a break out of this. We have been anticipating bullish continuations, but it is what it is. Price does its thing. Okay, we can't really fight price. Okay, we have to wait for price to do its thing before we react. Okay, price has to react. Price has to play out before we react. So that's why in trading you have to be patient. You don't trade what you feel. You only trade what you see. Okay, you don't trade what you feel. Write in the comment section, you don't trade what you feel, trade only what you see. All right, write there in the comment section, you don't trade what you feel, trade only what you see. Okay, so if you don't see your confirmations, no trade. Okay, so that's it for gold. Up next is GDP. Sorry, up next is DXY. Okay, basically you guys know that we have been using DXY to know the overall trend of our USD pace. Okay, our dollar index, to know the directional bias to trade the opposite pace. Okay, so like you guys knew, last week, okay, for last week we were looking for price to sell at least to this zone, which we still have marked out here. So we had a sell by we had a sell by bias, okay, for price to sell, because as of last week price was somewhere around these highs. We wanted price to push down, which you guys are seeing the sales, and a bullish continuations to the upside. Okay, so apparently price did not come into this zone yet. Price is not yet in this zone. Price is still like few more pips away from this zone. So let's hope the new week for the XY price is going to make its way into this zone. Let me bring this inside here. So clearly and easily, what we'll be looking out for DXY is price to come into this zone of the 103, okay, the 103 area, and the push continuations to the upside. If that area fails, you should be looking at this support, okay, this support all the way down here. If the 103 area fails, you should be looking at price to push into this area and continue to the upside, okay, which is the 103.116. Okay, so let's keep it at this area for price. Let's hopefully price will retest this area and continue to the upside. So having a clear knowledge, okay, we have been analyzing DXY correctly into precision for the past few weeks. Sorry, for the past few weeks and months, over 4 to 5 weeks now. Okay, of a very nice winning streaks on DXY. So up next, that's it for DXY, guys. So now that we have known our directional bias for DXY, we will use that to trade our Euro USD. So up next is Euro USD. So for Euro USD, last week we traded. Was it last week or last 2 weeks? Okay, last 2 weeks. Yeah, you guys saw where we traded our NFP live. We traded NFP live with our mentees around this zone. So if you are not on a free Telegram community, please do well to click on the link on the description below to join our free Telegram community, so that you can also benefit from our free educational contents like live sessions, mentorship, and signals like we did. Okay, like we normally do. Okay, so we price during last week, price Sunday price was around this zone. So all we wanted was price to break and retest this zone and push to the upside. Yes, we had that on a lower time frame, which also although we did not take the trade, but let me show you guys that these things are stuff that actually happens even on the lower time frame. You must not wait for the higher time frame. Okay, you must not wait for the higher time frame. So as a Sunday, let's check out Sunday. When was Sunday? Okay, Sunday was somewhere around here. So price gave us a break and retest on the lower time frame. So if you had this, actually I called to my mentees, which most of them also took the trade. Okay, uh and to make good use of it. So going on the 30 minute or your 15 minutes time frame, we saw a set of confirmations, and they actually make good use of this trade, and they had a very good 1:2. Okay, for you guys, you already know that I'm always good with 1:2, 1:3. It's very necessary that you go for a very good risk to reward when you're placing trades. Okay, I don't really buy 1:1, but if you can get a very good 1:2, 1:3, okay, you can know that you can, with this, you can scale up your accounts, your trading accounts easily in this case. So the break and retest has actually happened on the lower time frame, like the minutes time frame, like the 30 minutes and the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, so if you had watched our last week video, you'll be seeing more Euro USD sales at least to this level. Okay, you can target this level first. Okay, we can see more Euro USD sell. This could be a first level target of the 1.07342 area. Okay, then you can go for the next level. Okay, you might have made good use of the trade and took advantage of the trade signals in which we dropped from last week, which even the arrow is here. We also called a zone here of 1.0, this blue area. Okay, let me squeeze up. If you guys watched our last week video, you see how we marked out this good area, which was our first level that we targeted for price to go to our 1.07342 area before a reversal or something. Okay, so that's why I said it's very necessary. You don't really have to do everything on a higher time frame. You can also scale down to a lower time frame. You guys that are on a VIP can testify to that, how we do that, and you guys are on a mentorship. Okay, so you mostly don't really have to do everything on the higher time frame. There are cases that we still go down as low as our 5 minutes, our 15 minutes, our 1 hour to look for entry confirmations and entry setups before we place a trade. So apparently we had a very nice breakout retest though on the lower time frame for last week. So we are seeing that of the higher time frame about being played out. So for this week, we'll be looking out for price to retest this zone. Let me extend this a little bit. Okay, we'll be looking out for price to retest this zone and push all the way to the downside. So like just like before, but I'm going to shift this a little bit. Price, we are going to look for our first level target, which is this blue area, which is at 1.07245 area. Okay, first level target should be at 1.025 area. Price to sell all the way to the downside, and second level target could be all the way 1.06631 area. Okay, if price fails to react, sell reactions from here. If I have a set of confirmations, that's how we are going to sell. And if you measure this, this is, I think this should be up to how many pips? Up to 55 pips all the way to the downside. Okay, 60, 55, 60 pips. If price does not push from this area, our next level area will be this up zone. Okay, this area here. Our next level area will be this area up here, which is our 1.08086 area. Okay, so these are actually the two levels in which we'll be looking out for sell continuations for Euro USD, guys. Okay, but we may have a little buy or more ranges around this area when the week opens. Then price may give us a bigger move when CPI is being dropped on Tuesday. Okay, so you guys should be careful when you're placing trades, and probably we could be trading CPI live this week with our mentees on the free general channel. So if you're not there, click on the link on the description below. Also, if you like our content and you're still watching to this very moment, please do well to smash the like button and also subscribe. So that's it for Euro USD. Up next is GDP USD. For GDP USD, if you guys watched our last week video, you see how well we were predicting GDP USD for a buy sells scenario. Okay, for a buy sell scenario. So apparently we'll still be looking out for something to happen on GDP USD. I may include it somewhere around in this video. Okay, so same thing we'll still be looking out for. Let me take this out. Okay, so same thing we'll be looking out for on GDP USD. GDP USD has a very keen setup, a very nice kind of by A kind of setup. So I may be trading GDP USD. I may be trading GDP USD this week. Okay, I may be trading GDP USD and Euro USD too this week. So GDP USD is actually ranging on the lower time frame. You may not see that here on the higher time frame though. It's actually ranging on the lower time frame. So all what you need GDP USD is to do, I would prefer, okay, price has actually tested this second level in which we're looking out for. Okay, so I will prefer a 4-hour bearish engulfing candle close, guys. 4-hour bearish engulfing candle close before I could look for sell setups. Okay, 4 hours bearish engulfing candle close for GDP USD. Let me bring this here. Okay, 4-hour bearish engulfing candle close, and there's still another way we could scale in these trades on the 15 minutes or the 30 minutes time frame or lower time frame. So if you have a Deriv killer strategy, you know how we are able to add in positions and how we can scale in on the lower time frame. So what you'll be looking out for, price has already retested the area in which we were looking out for last week. So now we are looking out for a very nice push to the downside. Hopefully CPI is going to make that possible for us. So let's look at our first level. Our first level should be the support area. Okay, you could target the support area first. Let me bring a line and place it there. To target the support area first for price to get there before we look for the next level. Okay, so you'll be bearish on GDP USD, and you guys please do well to mark out these areas, these zones, just same as I have marked them out on my PC, so that it can be easy for you to know zones and areas of interest in which you are to take trades. Okay, you can see how well we have been doing this in consistency for the past few years. Okay, so up next is USD JPY. Okay, USD JPY. USD JPY was the only winning trade we actually had for last week. Okay, we took two losses but we were back to break even. We took two losses on the Euro USD, took two losses at this area. Okay, price just took us out slightly off this area on Euro USD. Okay, these other sales, we were taking some sales from here, putting our stop loss at this high. So these 2 weeks, okay, this week here took us out. This is what happened to us. We saw these two bearish engulfing candles here. We thought price is going to sell. That's why you say price will always do its thing. Okay, so price took us out in less than 2 to 3 pips. I was targeting all the way down here. So we took a loss on GDP, Euro USD and GDP USD, okay, because of price, whatever price we're actually doing. So we had one win for USD JPY, which also balanced us and made us close the week in break even. Okay, we did not lose, we did not make so much of money, just few percentage. Okay, so we were back in break even because of this trade. So for USD JPY last week, if you watch our last week video, you see how well we were able to predict price. We wanted price, let me take that off. We wanted price to do what? As a Sunday, price was somewhere around in this area. We wanted price to sell and continue to the upside. So we were predicting a sell buy scenario. Okay, if you don't believe us or you think I'm capping, here is the video. You can see how well we predicted price. You guys can see these zones in which I've marked out. Okay, you guys can see this zone, these two zones. Okay, so let me bring my arrow here. So we'll be looking for price to retrace. Okay, a sell buy scenario. Okay, first level for price to retrace to the 147 area and a bullish continuations to the upside. Okay, okay, welcome back, you guys. I hope you guys saw how well we were able to predict USD JPY into precision. This was actually the exact zone in which we were looking out for price. This gray zone was the exact zone we were looking out for price to come into this zone and push to the upside, in which this is what you guys saw happen. So when I saw this bearish engulfing candle to the upside, although price was ranging, I saw this range. The range gave us a very nice momentum, and I saw this bearish engulfing candle, so I had to take my chance. Then how to put my stop loss? I did not want to give myself so much of a tight stop loss, okay, because I always believe in giving my trades room to breathe, okay, space to breathe. So I look left, looking at this next zone here, in which I marked out just by the boundary of this candle, okay, where we had this rejection. I just had to extend my stop loss all the way to that area. So that's how we were able to bank a 1:2 and get back to break even for last week. Okay, and we had all this push to the upside. So for this week, for this new week, where and how are we where are the next level are we anticipating price to move to on the USD JPY? Okay, let me do this. The USD JPY. So USD JPY, there's so much room to the upside. It's very free, very free to the upside. So next levels we'll be targeting. Price would be pushing bullish continuations. Price should be pushing to the 151 area, 151 area, all the way to the upside, which is this next resistance level. But let's scale down to a lower time frame, like the 4 hour, to see the best levels to take advantage of the bullish continuations. Okay, so we have this level being marked out for weeks now, so we'll still be using that level as an area of interest. Okay, our AOI, okay, our area of interest. So we're waiting for price to come bounce into this area and a push continuation to the upside. Let's see if there's any other thing here on the lower time frame that could stop price from pushing to the upside. Okay, here on the lower time frame, we can also target, for our first level take profit, you can also target this level right here, which is the 150 level, before we could even target a 1.15 area. So these are very nice swing trades you guys can take. Okay, like I said, always mark out these zones same way I do mark them out on my PC, so that it could be easy. You can just pause and screenshot it to your phone or your PC and also mark them out, so that you can take good advantage and not wish had I known. Okay, so the first level, we'll be looking out for price to come into this area of the 148.725 area and a bullish continuations to the upside, or price to come into this next zone, okay, which is this support here. Let me extend that a little bit. Which is this support here of the 1.147.867 area, okay. So either of these two zones are the areas we are looking for price to give us a bullish continuations to the upside. Let me extend this, okay. So we'll keep this here. So that's it for USD JPY. Last but not the least, AUD USD, guys. AUD USD. For AUD USD, last week we predicted price to give us sales continuations. For people that really trade more of the lower time frame, probably they took advantage of these few sales. This was a much sales, almost to 100% retracement level, but this wasn't a trade that we took, okay. I just did analyze this with my VIP student, okay. This is not a trade I took, so we'll still be keeping same bias. Let me take this out, okay. We'll still be keeping same bias for price. Let me take this out too, because it's not a trade I took. So we'll be keeping same bias for price to sell from here, okay. So we'll be looking for price to give us some sort of reaction. Maybe CPI will help us do that, and price to push all the way to the downside. Let's see the next level target for take profit, okay. We could target this area, this support area, which is our zero, which is the blue line there, which is our 0.4436 area first, our 0.436 area first. Then we can go all the way to the downside of our, let's place a line there, of our 0.6352 area, okay. So one level after the other, okay. So for next week, you'll be targeting this area first. We'll be targeting this area first. Let me zoom out so that you guys can see. So we want price to give us some bearish sentiments in this area, and we can sell all the way to the 0.4565 area, okay. So that's it for AUD USD, and that's it for our weekly analysis for this week of the 12th to the 16th of February. So do well. If you love this kind of content, please do well to smash the subscribe button, turn on post notification, click the bell icon to turn on post notification so that you could be notified each time we drop more forex educational content like this. And please do well to share our videos across your social media platforms, so that your family or friends or forex traders alike could also learn and benefit from free forex educational content like this. You can also follow me on Twitter at AdmireFX, at AdmireFX, admire_FX, okay. You can follow me on Twitter at admire_FX on Twitter. So that's it for this week, guys.